Okay. So he's setting up for a big chieftain bomb. Now, this is a very important turn for me. I have the initiative to do pretty much whatever I want here. And if I make a good turn here, it's going to set up for the flow of the next few rounds. Now, there's two ways that I can play this turn. One way is that I can be really aggressive, and one way is that I can be really defensive and develop my board. And I'll show you what the defensive turn looks like. Something like that, where I just kind of fill up my side of the board. Another alternate version of this turn that's a variation is something like this. You can see I'm always placing a unit here to prevent tidal waves from being effective and pushing me back on my deploy tile. Yeah, this is an option, and the way this sets up is he's got to do something about this tile here, or he's got to move his chieftain down in order to keep it safe from this pyro here. They can two-shot it if it gets in range. And this avoids giving him rage, which is always a good thing. But the more he develops the board, the scarier the Crystal Rush can get, because he can just throw units at my crystals, and I may not be able to stop him. So I think I finally settled on playing the crazy aggressive move here. And I'll go into excruciating detail on why I think that is the best play. So this is the move I've chosen here. He has a few options here. First option, he can just kill the soldier with one of his units on the board, and then move his chieftain down, losing rage, in which case I'm trading a soldier for a spike armor witch. That's a 1-for-2 trade, so that's good for me if he does that. Another option is he takes the rage and says, time for the chieftain bomb, in which case he comes up here and goes up here and then goes up here and then either goes up here or down here and blows up either all these units or all of these units. And with the respawn token here, I actually can defend against that pretty favorably in either case. One case being I respawn this medic and then drop him here, revive the soldier. With the attack tile, he'll one-shot the Gerarded Chieftain, and then I stomp with the medic and then revive a bunch of my units, and I don't lose that much. And then, oh hey, there's the soldier still in the attack tile he's got to deal with the following turn, so I can just heal up as necessary. Another option that he could do is, if he wanted to be really crazy and get aggressive, he could try and take this medic out with a meat on that axe thrower. But that would actually just lead to all three of these units dying, because remember, this axe thrower there in the bottom is low life. The third option he has is to try and hang on to his rage for his chieftain. And there's only one possible play that he can make to do that, as far as I can tell. And that is to move the chieftain down here, to move the witch to this square, deploy either a shaman or his final witch, and then hit this soldier twice. And that will KO the soldier. Now, I think that's his best response. although it is possible that he could do some other variations that move like the chieftain up here or something. But that would at least preserve his rage. And save the chieftain from the threat of this pyro coming across here and here and taking down the chieftain. The problem with that move is it actually opens up a pretty nice counter that looks like this and this. Heal the soldier, kill the axe thrower in one shot because this axe thrower is damaged. Stomp the axe thrower with the soldier, and move my medic up here. And that way, he has to. So let's take a look at what that board would look like in that case. So the soldier would be here. Everything else, or the witch is here. Chieftain's probably here. But it could be here, and actually up here is probably better in this case for him. But I think he'll try to set up for the crystal kill by moving him down there. And in that case, he would have to move this axe thrower up, meet, attack medic, stomp, and then attack my soldier with the last AP. In which case, I could come, move the scout here, attack axe thrower twice, stomp, and he's down to 1 meat plus the Girardi chieftain, and he'd be all his axe throwers would be gone. I would still have 1 medic with 1 respawn token, and he would just be super low on units, and I feel really confident that I could play it out from that position. Now, the problem with a turn like this is that it's very easy to miss something. And it's less likely that he will miss something, because he can experiment with it on his board and find the best move, and I can only speculate about what he's thinking. But I've gone through all the obvious possibilities so far, and I think that this exchange ends up working out really well for me. And it also keeps him from going after my crystals, and he has to worry about the chieftain positioning, because it's going to be very hard for him to move out on the board. His only safe tiles for the chieftain are these 3. Now, particularly if he can get him to this tile, that's a little scary, because then he'd be able to threaten this crystal. But as long as he's not raged, it doesn't end up being that scary, and I'm willing to take the risk. So here goes nothing. We'll see what I end up drawing. Oh, my soldier ends with 360 HP. That's why he needs to spend 2 AP to kill it. Because the axe thrower will do 300, but he's below half health, so he will not take the 500 one shot. I'm trying to think about what I'd like to draw here. I wouldn't mind drawing the second scout. I think that would be the best draw, because I have a spy in hand, and another sniper isn't going to do anything for me. Another spy isn't really going to do anything for me. I have everything else. Another pyro isn't going to really do anything for me either. But that wouldn't hurt, actually. Pyro would be nice. Pyro or scout. Alright, here we go. I got the scout. Nice draw. Alright, well, this will be an interesting one. We'll see how this one turns out. I can't wait to see whether I've made a great play or a terrible one. We'll find out.